What's up, team? You guys are gonna love this. This is how you sound like a pro. Just check this out. Anyone can do this. So instead of playing a G and a C and a D like this, which is fine, that's always home base, open chords, we're gonna do what's called a compound interval or just an interval, but here's exactly what it is. So if we take this low E, started on the 3rd fret G, we're gonna run a G major scale. We're gonna go 10 scale degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what it is we're gonna play G to that 10th, so we're playing in tenths, G to B. See how beautiful that sounds? That's a major third interval. It's a compound interval because it's more than an octave. Because if we played the G to B here, see that? See how close that interval is? It still sounds great, but listen to how this is much more spread out. This is something you really want to use in your playing and just mix it in with triads and bar chords and octaves and just everything you do. All right, now let's go to the C. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So C to E. Okay, so see how spread out that is? You can play it with your 1st and 3rd or your 1st and 4th. I'd probably go back and forth, it just depends. So instead of playing C to E here, you're spreading it out and you're going here. So it's more than an octave away. Same thing, now we move up 2 frets to the D. Play the same major scale and just stop on the 10th degree, okay? The root is always the 1st scale degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is, D to F sharp. And you know, if you really think about it, this is how you want to learn your fretboard. Not just learning the notes not disconnected. You need to put them in context, right? So now what you want to do, let's just review this. So here's the G to B. Look at that shape. Here is the C to E. Look at that shape. Looks like I played it with 1st and 3rd finger. D to F sharp, C to E, and G to B. Now here's what I would do just to kind of get these, you know, to work this out, kind of burn this in your brain, see how this feels, hear how it sounds. Just go like this, play the root and then the major 3rd. Now I am finger picking, give it a shot, okay? You could, if you want, you could strum it, but I'm trying to keep some of those extra open strings from ringing out. G and B's. Major 3rd compound interval. Okay, C to E. D to F sharp. Back down, C to E. Okay, so there you go. You have the framework. Now how can we actually make some music with it? See, what you could do, if you really think about this in the context of being like a songwriter, at the end, it doesn't matter what we do, we gotta make music. It doesn't matter what you do, if you're doing it by yourself, you're writing songs for others, you're playing in a band, you wanna play with others, make music. That's what you should be doing every day. So let's try this. Let's go, let me just see if I can make something up and let's just see what we got. Okay, so you see if I hit a shank in there, that's okay. You're trying to get that muscle memory. Some of you are just gonna have to, this hand has to feel what that interval feels like. This hand has to get used to what that shape feels like. But this is where it starts. And then, look, if you wanna do something kind of cool and funky, you could take your pick, you could practice some of your muting techniques. So if I strum all the strings, see, what am I got ringing out? So the D's ringing in there. And that's okay because D's the major 5 of G, so it works. And then C to E and D to F sharp and then back down. So we go something like this. Now, remember what I told you? Then you could start mixing in, let's just wrap it up with this. You could start mixing in some of the open chords with the intervals. So for example, what if we started on a G open chord, and then we'll wrap this up and you're gonna love this, okay? Sit on the couch tonight and just practice those intervals. Or sit in a comfy chair, wherever you want, lay in the grass. So let's try G open chord. Let's just do the G open chord and then the intervals on C and D and back and then back. Watch this. Then I finished on the interval. See, or what if we did G interval, C open chord, D interval, C open chord, and back. See, this is how you create great little exercises for yourself. I just showed you a framework for one. So watch. So G interval, G to B. This one right here. And then we're gonna go to the C open chord. We're gonna only do the C open chord, and then D interval, C open chord, back to G interval. So here we go. So you see right there, rhythm is always king, period. So this is gonna help everything, your rhythm, you just learn how to use intervals. You can incorporate those into your playing. So I'm just touching the tiniest tip of the iceberg. So there you go, that is one way right there. That's what pros use all the time. And even if the pros don't know what they're doing and they're using them, they discovered them somewhere along the way. So now I've shown you, these are just one interval. This is just a major third, because what I want to get at to wrap this up is something more advanced where we do like thirds and minor thirds and fourths and fifths and sixths. And that's where it starts to get really fun and your playing goes to the next level, okay? So do a little bit of both, little finger picking. And then a little strumming. All right, 10 scale degrees away. And then you're learning major scales and you're learning what scale degrees are. Man, so much. You guys are amazing. Hit the like button. Would love to keep you if you've never been to this channel. You guys are awesome. Drop Jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. I've got memberships on here, newsletters coming out. I'll drop that in the comments pinned. Check that out if anyone still likes to read. And just keep going, man. Guitar is hard, but it's so fun. Don't judge yourself. Be kind to yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.